walk out. All these bands I lost count, cause I'm 2 up right now. 2 up right now. Yeah, I'm 2 up. Brown, blue up. Cop that new Ray from them haters.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. Set to go in a rematch of what would come to be known later as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and Packers are underway. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. First down, Mahomes. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Well, someone came to play today.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We heard about it all week, didn't we? Especially when we visited practice. He thought he had a good matchup in front of him, and he's taking full advantage right now.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right, and that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at the 34. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Jones. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers taking it in. And the Packers have taken the early lead.
And the sneak works on 2nd and goal. They didn't wait until it was 4th down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, You like these plays, don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Yeah, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. That electric Kansas City offense takes the field again. And a lot of the talk this year, understandably, has been about Patrick Mahomes. But really, this is just a fun team to follow, is it not?
It really is. And when you think about their head coach, Andy Reid, and his ability to adapt to the talent he has, adapt to how they play football in 2018, to actually be ahead a little bit. Because you see elements of college offenses in his. You see, of course, the spreading the field and throwing it to his fast guys like Tyreek Hill. Travis Kelce does a little bit of everything at tight end. Kareem Hunt. I love this offense. And they're winning games essentially 42-28. Their defense has the benefit of playing essentially every game with a 14-0 lead. So this is how they're winning. Not on lockdown defense, but really through exciting offense.
And now as the weather gets colder and they're having a good season, this is the time to be tailgating at Arrowhead. This is
one of the... no doubt. Smell that barbecue cooking and hear that crowd chanting and singing the national anthem. Home of the Chiefs.
He is going to find Hill here. A really nice gain of 25 yards. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Clay Matthews in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. Mahomes to throw on second down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Clay Matthews in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. On second down, here's Mahomes. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Nick Perry in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Working from the gun, Mahomes into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He got 29 yards that time. first down carry by Jones. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Hey, 626.
Rodgers to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down.
Hey, 626.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Packers add on to their lead. Crosby on now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Mike Daniels in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Mahomes now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Wide open receiver complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. Now it's Mahomes again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Kenny Clark in there with pressure yet again. And that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey from 19 yards away. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Butker now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Green Bay Packers getting the ball back here. And I wanted to ask you to kind of assess 2018 for them because you think back to the midway point, they're under 500. Even some of their wins have been, I don't know if you want to call it a little uninspiring, but what do you make of their season?
Good word, because Chicago had to come back.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 51 yards. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Crosby on now to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up men will take it down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. Nifty move. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll pitch it out to Jones. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got Adams on the hookup. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Where they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. The 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
If they told him, they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And he gets it down to the 32. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 32 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead. Now Rodgers. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Josh Jackson.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
I know a lot of coaches like the toss play because they think it can be a real momentum shifter. Give the ball to that back who can get to the corner and turn it upfield. And on this play, that's exactly what they got, including a first down.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a safety run. Parker there to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
We're back now in KC. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter.
Let's go, come on.
On second down, here's Rodgers. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 7. And now it's third down. The Packers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And they try to sweep to Jones. And some space here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. They'll have to check the flag, but I think this one's going to stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Clay Matthews able to disrupt yet another pass play. His third sack of the afternoon. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. Watkins, the intended receiver. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your catch.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. They stop short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves them much closer to the goal line now for third down. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Here's Jones. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. They'll run it with Jones. And he's not even going to get past the line of scrimmage. Brought down right at the 4. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Returnable here from the 38. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over first and 10. Now the toss to Jones, running right. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
The offense on third down tonight, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. It'll be a loss of 13 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, all I can say about this one is that, to me, this is a collective breakdown. Offensive line knows, you talk about short yards, we're talking about trying to pick up inches here to get the first down. So all they want to do is just the tiniest wedge, tiniest crack to give a guy a chance to get there. Well, that doesn't really happen. And then the second part is, you're always taught to get straight upfield on these plays when you're a runner. Somehow, he doesn't get there. The only thing I can say is maybe he got confused. Sometimes you get turned around real fast and you get confused, and instead of heading where you were supposed to, just get what you can out of the play, he ends up losing a tremendous amount.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Nick Perry in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Here we go now.
One final try for Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down sacked back at the 2.